If we have done our bit in helping India to make up for lost time and to attain a position in aviation worthy of her, we shall have achieved our purpose and we shall be satisfied.
India's air age took off when a young Jay got the country's first flying license. But flying wasn't just a hobby, his vision was far bigger.
I had faith in the future of aviation and believed that if we came in at the beginning of an era, we had a better chance ultimately to achieve growth and leadership in the field.
So, it came to pass that India's first pilot set in motion the making of India's first airline. 3 years of ceaseless correspondence and rejections didn't dampen his spirit. At no cost to the government or the taxpayer, the first flight of Tata Air Services took off with 63 pounds of airmail, and Jay himself climbed into the pilot's seat.
On an exciting October dawn in 1932, a puss moth and I soared joyfully from Karachi with our first precious load of mail on an inaugural flight to Bombay.
Every flight maintained 100% punctuality and great performance, no matter the circumstances.
Those were adventurous days. We had no aids whatsoever on the ground or in the air and no radio. In fact, we did not even have an aerodrome in Bombay. We used a mudflat at Juhu. The sea was below what we called our airfield, and during the monsoon, the runway was below the sea. So we had to pack up each year, lock, stock and barrel, 2 planes, 3 pilots and 3 mechanics, and transfer ourselves to Pune.
The air service expanded to more routes, the planes became bigger, allowing passengers to come on board, and Tata Air Services became Tata Airlines. It was the dawn of a new era. JRD became the chairman of Tata Sons. By 1946, Tata Airlines carried 1 out of every 3 passengers in the country.
As our horizons broadened, our eyes turned to distant lands where we hoped to spread our wings one day.
Fulfilling his dream of building for India an airline worthy of her, JRD expanded Tata Airlines to Air India and Air India International.
It was for me a great and stirring event, which brought to life a dream first dreamed some 10 years earlier by a few starry-eyed and slightly demented men, including myself. Seeing the Indian flag displayed on both sides of the Malabar Princess as she stood proudly on the apron at the airports of Cairo, Geneva and London filled me with joy and emotion.
JRD put a newly independent India on the map by connecting her to the rest of the globe and gave to the country its national carrier. Not only that, he also grew it into an airline that broke through the clutter of the crowded skies. From the temperature of the food to the recline of the seats, no detail was too minor for his personalized attention.
I want that the passengers who travel do not have occasion to complain. I want to establish that there is no airline which is better liked by passengers, that is safer and more punctual, where the food and service is better, and which sets a better image than Air India.
For 25 years, JRD Tata gave his selfless service to making the national carrier world-class. 7 decades later, Air India has flown back home. Today, on his 118th birth anniversary, we remember the man who gave India wings. A man who not only had a vision, but also did all he could to ensure that vision took flight.
Together we dreamed and toiled, exulted in our achievements, suffered in our failures with fortitude, fought to retrieve them, strove endlessly for perfection in the pursuit of excellence, and always kept our eyes firmly on the stars.